Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. So, we're not actually going to bring Luna for the time being. What we need to do, partly based on personal request and partly because of whatever, Wednesday actually wants to start getting up. Well, is Luna already? No, they're about the same, but I think there was the request from Wednesday to actually start making it further. So we're going to bring Brap, might as well get him up to level 5, and this is going to be a long one anyway. Wally Potato, and... I'm going to leave Wolkoff with Luna, just because... Any other level 3 people? Crazed isn't bad, Anxious King ain't bad. Let's see. Well, seeing as Crazed is hanging out tonight, let's bring Crazed with. And that should be pretty good. Okay. I think it's perfect, right? Yeah. Actually, yeah. Pretty much A-team, subversion, but still. Okay. And since this is a long one, we need to bring all sorts of food. Honestly, I think I came a little bit over-prepared last time, but yeah, whatever. Makes my life easier. I think that's good. Perfect! And again, it's level 3 at this point, so I'm not terribly concerned. Oh, you know what I should have done? And I'm a bit of a dunce about this one. I totally forgot to upgrade these guys' skills. Oh well, I think really it's just Crazed that's slightly underleveled, right? Yeah, because he's level 4, level 5-ish. Okay, so that was not actually that big of a deal. Unfortunately, we're going to have to do all sorts of backtracking on this one. But that's not the end of the world either. And we start off with the torch. And we also have a pretty solid A-team. Because as much as I like the idea of classes like the Highwayman, the Grave Robber, the Bounty Hunter, just base stats, they always feel wildly less useful for whatever reason. Let's go with some vulnerability hex on this guy. Oh, shoot. I need to switch Brap and Wednesday around. Alright, ooh. I just realized Wednesday is like the perfect... Wednesday has like the perfect skill setup, I believe. I'll have to take a look at it. Play a drum solo before entering a dungeon? I'm being asked to do music before going into dungeons. How does that even work? I don't even know how to music. I don't even know like how to read notes on a page. I know that the like higher the note is on the line, I think the higher you're supposed to sing. That's about the extent of what I know, and that's barely even knowledge. That's just kind of like ham bone. Alright, let's see if we can murder that thing. Nice shot. Hey, maybe Brap will be a good replacement for Abandon. Because Abandon apparently can't do anything. Alright, well. But yeah, we want to have 2 Vestals getting pretty high, pretty close to level 5 if I can manage it. 5 or 6, give or take. Because the thing is, we just lost... Intense, were you there yesterday? Oh hey, that actually worked out for me. This is actually the proper party layout. I completely forgot about this. Well, like, Wow, Brap, good job. Unfortunately, I haven't seen Brap in chat for a couple of days, but that's okay. I think he mostly watches Wombat anyway. Murder. A little bit less on the murder. But, oh, intense. I'm sorry. Well, I'm just going to cryptically go silent about that one for a little while. Okay, so, yeah, we need 2 healers up there, and we've only got 1 at this point, which is not great, especially if another one dies. Because, yeah, being level 5 without a Vestal, not a good situation. You could maybe do it with 2 occultists, but that seems like a horribly terrible idea. I guess if we're not fighting any bosses, though, that would at least make a bit of a difference along the way. Okay. Let's see. I was fairly obvious with that one, wasn't I? So, for frame of reference for people watching this later, last night, I guess, what was it, 2-3 runs ago when we were fighting the Wizened Hag? Intense. Died pretty badly. It was not great. Spent the entire fight in the cauldron. Those of you who were there for that saw it. It was sad. Intense was not there for it. He was not there for his own demise. This is kind of the interesting thing about, like, naming characters after people, like, in the stream or YouTube comments or whatever. Because the unfortunate reality is, shit. Wow. Wednesday might go down. That would be bad. Okay, they're not hammering Wednesday as much. But, you need to die. Damn it! Alright, you need to heal yourself. We're actually getting some stress here. But then again, we can camp twice, so it's not a big deal. But I never really quite registered this. But I've you know, named all of my characters after you guys. Yeah, I don't think I have a single unnamed character that isn't, like, just level 0 or whatever. Maybe I have one level 1. I can't even remember. But when I first started this, I didn't really think about this, but it is entirely possible that some people watching this will either have completely stopped watching me by the time that, you know, their character's turn comes around, or they will, you know, miss one day of the stream and that was the day that their character died, or something. I don't even know. That was a frustrating crit, but not the end of the world. Let's go with some reconstruction. There we go. That's going to take some weight off. Especially because he's about to die. But I like it. It's neat. Oh, shoot. I need to switch around Wally's skills. Actually, come to think of it, does Wally still have syphilis? I think it was Wally that had syphilis for a while. The answer is currently no. Okay, let's check out the sarcophagus. Hidden treasures. Wow, yeah, we're actually getting some nice stuff here. Oh, let's see. But yeah, no, I don't know. The death yesterday was pretty rough. No, nope, nope, no, 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 don't. Well, that actually worked. They haven't patched it yet, so if you actually have a character with curiosity or any other compulsion, if you switch characters, the other character will, like, run right in. Turns out we lucked out on that one, and it didn't actually get screwed up along the way. Okay, whew. We've been kind of rough if Wednesday just went bonkers on us. That would have been bad. All right, let's see. It's getting dark. Should probably use some of these, considering I'm carrying what? Yeah, I was carrying around it. Is there actually a reason for me to do this? In this case, I think I'm gonna turn around at this point if it's an empty room. I mean, we can backtrack if we really need to, but we only need to go to 90%, and I might as well skip the empty ones. Because combat gets us loot, and everything else gets us loot. But either way, I don't know. Good run, though. Very good run. But I think I'm going to try and start, like, toning down Darkest Dungeon a little bit, because I said, I guess a couple dungeons ago, I was like, you know, I should start releasing, like, we might actually not be able to do the lengthy camping. These guys are hungry. Let's see. Yeah, torn rotator cuff removed by looking into a confessional. That really does make a whole lot of sense. You kind of like, oh man, it's like walking into the janitor's closet and suddenly being, you know, cured of your broken leg, effectively, or really anything else. Unless the janitor's a wizard, or has been slipping you LSD, then chances are neither of those things, well, you know, chances are you're not going to be able to just walk it off the way that it's implied in this game. Oh well, not the end of the world. Let's see. Okay, so there is nothing here, as usual. I feel like this dungeon, for being extra long, is just kind of extra empty. Now, if I want to, and it's not a bad idea, actually, given the situation, might not be a bad idea to camp. People are a little bit... Oh, shoot. Yeah, I did not bring enough food to do the full camp here. Alright. Yeah, let's do it. It's not a bad time for it. Let's get out. Let's get rid of the inventory space. And maybe I'll get lucky and get some more food along the way. Okay, but that helps with some sanity. So, we'll do Zealous Speech that heals people and de-stresses them. He's got Dark Strength, not useful. Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of, like, party-wide whatevers. So I'm gonna do Unshakable Leader. That fixes most everybody else. Okay, do we have any more time for anything else? 1. And so she could reject the gods, but that's a terrible idea. So let's keep going. So, oh, you know what? It's because we've been. Oh man, we might actually starve on this run, or we might not be able to use the second firewood, which is concerning. Oh well, we'll figure it out. But I was thinking, it's like, you know what? We've actually done more time. We've spent more time eating this run than usual, so we're actually running into issues there. Oh well, it's not the end of the world either. Accuse, j'accuse. Does nothing. Okay. Now, we could break through, but that seems dumb. I'll break through next turn. I think that seems wise. Okay. The party seems largely healed. I've not been healing with Wednesday. I've actually been using Wednesday for, like, melee-related combat. Or not melee-related combat, but for, like, stuns and damage dealing. It's probably not a good idea, all things considered. I should probably actively use Wednesday as a healer. Oh yeah, especially now that that's happened. Not a crit, but it's enough damage to make it worthwhile. These guys are rolling all over the place. Alright, well, not the end of the world. I guess let's stab the frontliner. So I want that breakthrough to actually be productive here. I was also hoping he'd bleed to death. Damn it. Oh well. I am just thoroughly floored, though, that breakthrough actually will just hit everybody on the other side. That makes me happy. That also makes me happy. Okay. So, let's get you back into position. Actually, move you up a little. No. Because unfortunately, Wally currently doesn't have Holy Lance, so there's actually not a... It's not a good idea for me to... It's not a good idea for me to put him closer to the middle, because if he even gets knocked back 1, suddenly he's useless. Okay. So, Sanity's doing okay. Light is kind of crumbling a little bit, but I've got plenty of torches. That is the one thing we are not running low on. Let's see. You know it's bad when you're using your Vestal to deal damage. Though I think in this case it was more so a... how much damage is it going to do? Probably not enough. Alright, let's just focus on the goal for the time being. But, hey, Wolkoff. Alright, at least one's down. Let's take out the twitching maggots. They're annoying. But mainly I was trying to use Wednesday as a stun machine. Because, for the most part, like, nobody was particularly injured, so it didn't seem that necessary for me to actually... it didn't actually seem that necessary for me to stun them ever. It's just like, alright, you know, whatever. Let's just... I'm not gonna say do what we do, but, let's just put off the healing for the time being, which altogether is a terrible idea. Especially if you start getting, like, critted like crazy. But, still. Let's see. Ghoul's not gonna take too many hits. Let's see if I can stun him. Damn it. That was worth a shot. I'm kind of disappointed there aren't... Actually, that's an interesting point to this game. There really aren't a whole lot of, like, actually eldritch things in this game. It's a lot of undead. And it's a lot of humans. But there's not really a whole lot of, like, true eldritch here. Then again, like, we haven't gotten to the darkest dungeon or the shore. I hope we run into a... Oh, there's like a Suhujin or Swajin? I don't entirely know what they're called. Okay, so he's anemic. That's... it could be worse. You look like you need some confessional stuff. You also look like you have some confessional stuff that you need to do. Note to self, send these guys to a shrink. They're having problems. Alright, so I still have a key. Oh, what? Alright. Oh, apparently the booth has 100 gold in it. Damn it! I wanted to get rid of an issue, not loot things. Alright, not the end of the world. And for the record, it is not my fault that Intense died last night. I actually, like, 90% of the deaths I feel like we experience in this game aren't really my fault. They're just kind of like, well, okay, he did not actually get a bad disease there. Yeah, we're not going to be able to camp twice here. At least not for the way we want. I guess we could camp for, like, the bare minimum and see what happens. But, whatever. Oh, I need to use holy water? Really? Oh, you might be right on that one. Alright. I guess I've already forgotten. Oh, right! Yeah, you use the key on the locked display case and holy water on the confessional. I already did that earlier this run. Wait, no, I didn't actually do that earlier this run. What am I thinking? I was going to, but kind of took the option out of my hands. Alright, well, not the end of the world. Just kick the ass out of everything. That didn't even make sense as a setting. Well, whatever, who cares? Breakthrough! That is a less successful breakthrough than I was hoping for. Oh well, not the end of the world either. Let's see. Yeah, no, like, I think that's kind of one of my, like, sad things about this game. That it's rarely a bad tactical decision that gets anybody in the party killed. It's usually RNG. I totally agree with you, Intense, who, you know, died a la... It wasn't even RNG so much as just I wasn't fast enough. But, like, considering this game has actual caps on... level caps and stuff, actually I wonder how this game would be if, like, it had diminishing returns on leveling, but there were no leveling caps, so eventually you could be level 7. It's just much harder to get past. Because, you know, enemies stop giving you a challenge. So, eventually you have characters that are just, like, true, like, heroes. But they actually start developing weird mental disorders that you can't get rid of via shrink. Oh, that would be really cool, actually. Let's go with some weird reconstruction. Might as well have Wednesday go for some stunning. But I think it would be really neat, actually. Wow, we're running into some stress issues here. But I think it would be really neat if, like, say Wally, you know, gets to be level X. And after a certain point, he actually refuses to go on dungeons with other people. But he's certifiably powerful enough that it doesn't matter. That would be really cool. That, like, you actually have people that turn into, like, legends and then are like, you know what? Fuck the party system. We're just gonna go off on our own, raid dungeons, and, you know, they have weird disorders as a result of this, but they're, I don't know, still cool, and, like, it switches up gameplay. Because as much as I like this, I find myself slowly just kind of growing accustomed to the same build over and over and over again, which is effectively, you know, Crusader, Hellion, Occultist, Vestal. Slight variations between each combo. Or at least, you know, depending on, like, the people I'm bringing along. But not as much as I'd like. I'm not entirely sure, like, what I'm going to do about that one. But I think it would be really neat if we actually had, you know, Wally Potato, the, like, somewhat insane, grizzled adventurer running around and stuff like that. That would be cool. But yeah, you know, like a really high-level character that just wants to go on a vision quest all the time. And, like, you barely can do anything to even convince him otherwise. Heck, like, after a certain point, he doesn't even show up on the roster. Oh, that would be amazing! Every once in a while, you just run into a certain point where it's like, the roster is that one character, and they just get cranky at you if you try and send them with anybody else. That would be hilarious, actually. I would love that. It would be weird, but it would be amazing. Because, you know, you go to the embark screen, and suddenly, you know, here is, you know, Doomlord Wally Potato, ready and raring to go off and do this, like, ridiculous thing. You know, arm wrestle Cthulhu or some ridiculous shit like that. Of course, you know, that would pose way too much work for the developers, but I think I would have a grand old time trying to guide a lone crusader through a dungeon with, you know, augmented abilities so he's not just a complete chump. Oh well. It would be fun. But of course, pipe dreams are pipe dreams, and holy shit, that hurt. Okay, this is why I bring multiple healers. And unfortunately, his sanity is starting to look a little bit on the grim side. But it'll be okay. That is some nice healing. Damn. Wow. Oh, right. He's got the maxed out healing. Alright, so weird reconstruction truly does actually have, like, major benefits. I didn't even realize it. But, like, apparently with the weird reconstruction, the higher level the spell is, yeah, the higher the potential bleed damage is. But the more likely it is to heal, like, the maximum amount. Yeah, wow, Brap is healing like a goddamn champion right now. This is perfect. But yeah, I don't know. I think it would just be kind of cool if, like, after a certain point, the heroes, like, truly start losing their minds and there's nothing you can do about it. But it results in some, like, really unique things. Oh, well. That said, I've already gotten my money's worth, so if they did something like that, I'd probably have to go pay them more money. Which I would totally do. You know, I'm drinking water here. Like I said, at the beginning of either this episode or the previous episode, I've been recording for like 6-7 hours today, so it's like, alright, my voice is just dying. Oh hey, we might actually be able to turbo camp here. Let's get rid of that, especially because we're right there, nobody's blighted. So, heirloom chest. What'd you got for me? Nothing particularly great. Oh well, not the end of the world. But, huh. I've never actually played any of the Dragon's Dogma games. I heard they were good. Oh shoot, and I just got rid of my holy water. Oh well, not the end of the world. But our sanity's gonna run into issues. Especially Wally's. Like, Wally might already just... You know what? I think my suggestion about Doomlord Wally Potato is actually going to get to the point where... okay, good. Doomlord Wally Potato is going to get to the point where he just believes he's Doomlord Wally Potato. He's going to go off to arm wrestle Cthulhu, even though he can barely arm wrestle, you know, a hulking ghoul or whatever. Oh well, not the end of the world. Let's see. So, murder! Yes! That's going to fix some of his sanity issues, that's for certain. Maybe a little bit toned down on the arm wrestling. Alright, let's just have him do healing. Especially because, you know, Wally's taking some serious hits here. Let's see. I have never actually played Dragon's Dogma. I've never actually played a lot of games. Unfortunately, I've never been much of a console gamer, so there are a lot of, like, really good action RPGs that I desperately want to play at some point, and have never gotten the chance. I'm really glad that they actually started putting... shit, he's not going to be able to do anything from back there. Oh well, at least it's only him. But I'm really glad they actually put the Monster Hunter games on Nintendo consoles. Though, of course, I really wish that there were slightly more high definition, but still. But like the Monster Hunter games were always something that is like, oh man, this actually looks like it would be a blast to play. So I've been kind of glad that they've been putting them there. Of course, wish they would put Monster Hunter 4 on the Wii U instead, so it actually looked nice, because the 3DS is not a good 3D platform, all things considered. But like Dragon's Dogma, I really want to play. Not exactly action RPG, but I really want to play, oh, what's it called? I really want to play Last of Us, and I have no more keys. Alright, touch the sarcophagus, see what happens. I will get rid of gold for these things. You know what? Yeah, chances are we're not going to find more onyx along the way anyway. Let's see. A little bit more. I don't know. I guess someday I will have all of the consoles, and then it will be okay. That is some kind of expensive pipe dream there, though. But yeah, I am absolutely a PC master racer. Part of the problem is, like, I don't have much of an income. Actually, the extent of my income right now is YouTube, and it's not great. It's actually enough to afford a fair amount of video games. Comparatively, like, I pretty much can afford one new game every 2 weeks, which is perfect, because that's exactly the video game release schedule that actually interests me, slash, you know, the developers are not willing to give me games for. Though, unfortunately, like, half of the games that I want, they don't give to me, which is kind of a shame. It's all the games that I don't really care about, like, freaking horror games and the like. Mobile ports. Oh god, don't even get me started on mobile ports on oh shoot. Totally forgot to move Wally up. Oh well, nothing in the world. Yeah, don't really get me started. Ah, shoot. Wally, you're losing your mind here. But mobile ports on Steam. It's very rarely a good thing. I think the only good example I can think of... You die now. The only good example I can think of is maybe Kingdom Rush. Just because it's such a good game to begin with. But I guess it was like a PC Flash game first. But I don't think I can think of a single, like, really good mobile port on Steam. Unless it was, like, specifically remastered, at which point that's just a wildly different thing. You know what, let's just murder him. But, like, as a YouTuber, I mention every once in a while, some amount of money that I can make from it, and it's really not that much. If you want to make extra pocket change, don't start YouTubing. It takes way too much to even start being able to pay for, like, the basics. But you get a lot of free games after you get to a certain point. Unfortunately, 90% of them are not good. Like, oh, what's a great example? Oh, yeah, we were playing, Something the Mayor. It was the horror point-and-click adventure game. From Daedalic, actually, which was kind of neat. That was just downright bad. Okay, and it looks like we are going to be able to camp. You know what? We don't need the emerald. Are we done? No, we're not done. Oh, shoot. Okay, I'm glad I didn't get rid of my shovels. This is shorter than I thought it was going. Well, this is larger than I wanted it to be. Let's see. Oh, man. Hand of Fate. My thing with Hand of Fate is I actually could be willing to do more Hand of Fate tonight. Because I really would like to beat that final boss, and now that we know, what is it, use axes against lizards? Yeah, it seems more doable. Okay. I don't know. Yep. So we'll be able to camp, but it's not going to do us much good. This party is slightly less OP. Then again, most of them are level 3, so there's that. Alright, camping time. Regular food. No stress bonuses, but whatever. Okay. So we'll do that. Pray. Encourage. I think that's all the time we have. So let's leave. And we'll send him to the head doctor and stuff like that. But still. Okay. Hand of Fate is not a port and stuff. Well, hey Dargona. How you doing? It's actually kind of weird. As far as this game is concerned, there are a number of fairly dedicated fans that, you know, come to the stream day in, day out. There are a number of, like, shoot. Crazed, you're pooping. But, like, 90% of the people that are, like, my more dedicated fans are dead in the series at this point. And it's all the people that, like, aren't around anymore that are kicking ass. Except for Roxy. Or Foxy Roxy. Foxy Roxy is around a lot. Wednesday tries. Intense died. Legit died. Rush is alive. Raw died. I think, yeah, Rush is... No, Rush died. Raw is alive. There we go. But yeah, Wolkoff is around. Wolkoff's girlfriend is around. I believe that's Wolkoff's girlfriend. Wally is still alive. Okay, so it's kind of like a 50-50 mix, and that's a nice set of red numbers there. Now, before we go off and do anything, before I even end the episode, I'm going to quickly go to the guild and make sure that everybody actually has upgraded skills here, because it would be kind of dumb of me otherwise. And this time I'm actually going to make sure he has Holy Lance, which is surprisingly kick-ass. Did not realize that. Alright, and let's get rid of this completely awful heal, because it's really not that useful. Okay, Luna, you could, I really wish I had actually done that. Oh, well, Wolkoff is... We don't need to max that. Roxy, actually, Brap, there we go. I don't think... Okay, Brap is fully upgraded. Okay. Craze? The other thing is, I haven't even upgraded these guys' equipment yet. We've got, like, a load of things. Anyway. Yeah, unfortunately, Dodo Man, you ended up being the one hero I don't like that much. Actually, let's load him up with Intimidate. Intimidate is a good skill. And actually has a really good accuracy base. Yeah, okay, so Intimidate is about the, like, only good move I can think of. Because, like, Revenge it would be awesome if it had, like, a long duration. Sort of. But, I don't either way, let's get that in there. Because we don't need Solemnity on him. Actually, I want to see how high that can get him to heal. So he could actually be, like, healing himself left and right. But that's not really worth it. I'd rather have the Vestal for that. Alright, Jerwolf is maxed. Wednesday is maxed. Okay, I think that's it with everybody, right? Okay. Armor time. So Luna. Yep, thought so. Volkov. Hey, we're actually spending money here. You know that money I've been carrying around? Finally, a use for it. Now, I really do hope they upgrade the like, blacksmith and stuff, but I don't think they're going to. I think the blacksmith is always just going to be the same thing over and over and over again. Not the end of the world. Let's actually upgrade Pigman's stuff along the way. Also, Blizzard. Totally forgot about Blizzard along the way. Yeah, upping that damage is going to make a huge difference for us. Okay, Wednesday. Might as well up everything. There we go. Unfortunately, the new classes have not been added to this game yet either. Let's see. I think everybody's good. Oh, Raw. Raw is good. Okay. Lastly, forgot about Blizzard. Let's upgrade all of these skills. Because again, I have like no reason why not to. Hey, we actually managed to spend like a good 20,000 gold. That's ridiculous. Either way though, I think that's pretty much it. We've got a lot of busts, we got a lot of crests, and unfortunately, with the way things are going, everything is pretty much maxed out. I think the only thing that isn't is Tavern, right? Yes. Okay, so Tavern is now maxed out. Wagon might not be. Oh, yep, Wagon's not. Alright, I'm just maxing everything out, so all we have left is the Trinket Wagon. Because who really cares about that? Okay, that's maxed out, maxed out, maxed out. Camp E is maxed out as well, right? No. However, that is extraordinarily expensive. So there's also that. Let's see. And yeah, this is gonna be pricey. Now, unfortunately, by the time we're done with the series, we're gonna have like hundreds of busts. And I'm gonna have nothing to do with them. I kind of hope they actually put that, like... I kind of hope they put that into something useful along the way. But I really don't know what. Either way, though, I'll see you guys on the next episode of Darkest Dungeon. And as always, thanks for watching. I got the hiccups.